Since Ripple announced that they had different versions for private users of XRP Ledger, many users have asked, what's the best way to bring people onto an open ledger? It's been a hot subject of debate, specifically in the debate over whether or not there are two XRP versions, the private chain and the XRP that is in the publicly owned chain. In this video, we'll dive into the subject and provide you with all you should know about private chains. This is extremely important. If you can grasp this, you'll be able to see how positive it is for the XRP you have. As always, you're helping me in this channel. Thank for everyone who takes the time to share these videos and sign up for the channel. These two things will help me tremendously. In addition, if you know an excellent source for buying some XRP, make sure to look up my top exchange up haul down in the description of this video. Let's start right now. I hope that you are enjoying the video. Therefore, I'd like to start the video by addressing private ledgers or private XRP ledgers, since that's the most talked about topic. In the case of blockchains, the main reason this topic is the center of debate is because the majority of people are asking if Ripple owns these secret XRP ledgers, where large financial institutions can communicate with each other in an anonymous manner, and if they're working on private ledgers, what's the best way to be the next step to make them a public ledger? In the event that they're all working via this private ledger, would you think that they're all interacting on the same ledger? What impact will that have on the value of XRP that the whole public holds? This is an excellent question, and there's lots to talk about in this article, therefore make sure you keep reading through the entire process. I think that the topic we'll discuss at the last day will be crucial to understanding the larger picture. To begin, it's crucial to understand the reasons why there are variants that are private of the XRP ledger. The word versions is important because there aren't any other ledgers for XRP, do you think? Only one XRP ledger, and it's the one which everyone uses and is the one we're all familiar with. However, there are many other chains with identical to the XRP ledger, but have different configurations due to various reasons. We'll be talking about one of the reasons in a short time to clarify it to you. If the whole world shifts toward DLT as well as blockchain technologies, and if everything works in this new accounting system that tracks money around the globe, it's unlikely that you'll wish to have everything placed on a chain of public trust, you think? I have a personal bank account. Personally, I prefer that people aren't aware of the amount of money in my account. If all finance were conducted on a public chain, it would be a matter of time before you're in a position that anyone on the planet could examine your wallet and find out how much you've got. Check out all the things that you're purchasing and the things you're selling. These are the things that most people do not really want, aren't they? We'd like speedy, efficient transactions, however, we don't want everybody to just check our bank accounts. It's essential to understand that banks with large size will likely encounter the same issue. If you're a major financial institution, or perhaps a smaller one, it isn't a good idea for all your competition to access your treasury. Instead, go directly into your accounts and scrutinize every aspect of what you're doing. These sorts of things aren't logical. It's crucial to understand that there are going to be many different ways to use the private chains of permission, as well as open, decentralized chains. Similar to how you view our internet, today we also have our own private camera roll, and the majority of us don't want to see the contents of our camera roll broadcast to the world at large. There are a few items on our camera roll we'd like broadcast to everyone in the world, which is why we post the things we want to broadcast onto social networks. This is an excellent illustration of a private database as opposed to a public database exists currently. You'll soon find is that these two databases sort of integrate. As you make use of your camera roll that is private, the more likely you are to would like to share specific items in the camera roll. This, in turn, the larger the public networks become. In the same way that public networks grow and more data is shared, there will be more reasons to store your personal information in your personal version of the database. This is why, as we observe in Web 2, there are evident applications that have private systems as well as public systems. This same thing will hold true in the near development of the future in finance. There will be public versions of value transfer networks, as well as publicly accessible versions of the value transfer network. What Ripple is doing is that they are saying, hey, we already can use the open XRP ledger in place already. There is already a seamless, decentralized neutral ledger that anyone is able to communicate freely. What you might not have as of yet is a private permission ledger. We're sure you don't need to make everything available on the publicly accessible XRP ledger. The reasons for this aren't too difficult to figure out, aren't they? There is no one who wants to perform everything on an open network. However, in order to truly be able to interact with the public network, surely, to utilize the network to its maximum, there is a need to be a part of the system. Consider trying to post a photo onto Instagram or Facebook and you do not have a camera roll. It's not efficient at this moment because it's like, what's my purpose in doing now? Where are the images? It's possible that I have this picture in my bedroom, but it's not digital. It's still stored on my phone, which means I'm not able to share it onto Facebook. It's difficult to upload it to the public system that you'll have to disclose the data. The same is the case with this new financial system in the process of being constructed right now. To allow financial institutions to be involved and begin digitizing their worth and value, they'll need some place to begin. One of the places they'll start is by internally tying up their own systems, taking all of the analog assets that they have now and placing them onto chain. This isn't likely to be directly on public blockchains, is it? They might want to integrate it into their internal systems and their own internal centralized blockchains prior to when they begin to interact with public blockchains. This is a key reason that I believe Ripple is currently building out these private blockchains. The majority of these financial institutions aren't likely to decide to building this on their own. They're not experts in what's on the XRP ledger. They're experts in their field, and to be truthful, they're not experts on the railways which their company operates mostly. They only use the rails available. What Ripple could do is to offer a comprehensive service. They are able to offer custody. They may also be able to enter with custom chains and can connect this all with the publicly accessible XRP ledger. It's not logical to assume that the financial institutions are planning to build this up by themselves. The reason they are running these inefficient systems is that they don't know how to construct these systems. Therefore, what Ripple should create is a complete suite of services that will allow them to move from their outdated digital system and into the modern digital decentralized system built using public blockchains. Private chains are an essential stage to gain benefit from the old system and move to the new financials. And that's why Ripple brings that complete product. It's important to understand that no financial institution is likely to be able to enter blockchain technology without testing the products. It's a very simple to understand use case to these chains that are private. After all of this said, lots of people are asking what is the alternative XRP available on these chains? There isn't none other XRPs on these chains, as the only XRP available can be found on the public